What makes a covert narcissist regret leaving you? And will they want you back? We're going to be talking about that and more in this video. Hey there, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the narcissists in your life, identify how their behavior has been impacting you, and then use that trauma and that chaos to shift you to become more powerful and stronger than you were before. If that sounds like exactly what you need, click subscribe, click that notification bell so that you catch all of the videos that are going to help you do just that. So today we're talking about if a covert narcissist will regret leaving you, if they will want you back. And I understand that coming from the place of the person on the other end, when you genuinely felt love and care for this person, it's so hard for the relationship to end, especially given the trauma bond that was created as a result of this dysfunctional relationship. So even though you might cognitively know that the relationship was harmful to you, you're still wanting or wondering if they're going to come back. This is where understanding the motivations or the viewpoint of the covert narcissist is so important. It's one of the reasons why I write about and record about these topics, so that you have the full picture and you can decide if that's really okay with you or if you in fact deserve better. So the real question is, what makes a covert narcissist regret leaving the narcissistic supply that you provided? That's the harsh reality. The covert narcissist saw you as a source of narcissistic supply. You were providing their life force energy. You were their top flying monkey, helping them preserve their fantasy world, this false narrative with their idealized self as the star. You were a source of resources. If you provided financial resources, the covert narcissist saw you as a bank. If you provided childcare for your collective children, they saw you as the nanny. If you provided cleaning and cooking services, they saw you as a maid. But above all else, they saw you as the source of narcissistic supply. They didn't have a relationship with you as a person. I want you to think about how often in the relationship you ever felt truly seen and heard, like they understood the real you, like they could see your authentic self. Chances are it was never. Chances are you are yearning for that, longing for that, and it's why you're wondering if they'll come back. You're hoping that they can give it to you. So I talk a lot about covert narcissists, and I want to contrast them for a minute with the grandiose or more overt narcissists. They might use flashy cars, flashy clothes, a Rolex watch, a fancy job, to gain admiration and respect and praise from other people. They also get narcissistic supply by devaluing others. Those are the two ways they get narcissistic supply. But a covert narcissist is different. A covert narcissist gets narcissistic supply by receiving admiration and respect from others by being with you. By you being someone that is high value, someone who is very educated, very successful, very connected, very wealthy, very attractive. They don't tend to get admiration and praise for those things on their own. They get them by being in relationship with you. Like, wow, how did he manage to catch that one? Or how did she manage to catch him? You are the person of high value. That gives them narcissistic supply from others. They also receive supply by devaluing you, by eroding your sense of your own self, by eroding your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth. They get narcissistic supply by devaluing you, by confusing you, by gaslighting you, by making you so weak that you rely on them for your own memories. Consciously or subconsciously, they want you to feel weak, incompetent, and insecure. They're projecting onto you their feelings of how they feel about themselves. They feel weak, incompetent, and insecure. So they want you to feel that way so that they feel better about themselves. And they receive a ton of narcissistic supply from their flying monkeys who will hover all around to tell them, how sorry they are for them, that they are in a relationship with mean, horrible you. That gives them supply. That's what they're looking for. Covert narcissists play a long game. They're not the type of narcissist who's running around cheating on people, having one relationship after the next or several at a time. Covert narcissists are in this for 10, 20, 30, or 40 or more years. And I get messages from people all the time saying 27 years, 40 years, this explains the last 35 years of my life. They're in it for the long game. It's more unusual for a covert narcissist to leave than for an overt narcissist to leave. And if one does, it's for one of two reasons. The first reason, most common reason, is that their mask came off. You saw the truth of who they are. You're no longer their top flying monkey portraying their version of their idealized self out to the entire world. They're afraid that you're going to reveal the truth of who they are to everyone else, that you're going to out them, and you are no longer a good source of supply. And they will leave for that reason. The second reason that they may leave is because they believe they can get more status from someone else. And they're still going to get plenty of status from their flying monkeys by bad-mouthing you. In that way, it's kind of a win-win. The covert narcissist may lose their new source of supply and regret having given up the narcissistic supply that you provided, but they're not going to regret leaving you. You were a resource, not a relationship. So some of you may be thinking this makes perfect sense, and some of you thinking it's kind of close but not quite. And this is because some covert narcissists are acting very consciously, whereas others are acting more subconsciously. In either case, covert narcissists think and behave through dysfunctional programming. Some of them are entirely unaware of their dysfunction. They genuinely want to be good people. They're terrified that they're not, and they feel a tremendous amount of shame. So they make up a new version of reality for themselves to star in, and they tell the entire world that that reality is real. This allows them to avoid feeling that profound sense of shame. It allows them to be the person that they want to be in their own mind. Their thoughts and their actions are all aligned towards preserving this very distorted reality. And if someone or something threatens this false narrative, their version of reality, they will go on full-on attack mode to diffuse that threat. At that point, you have become the enemy. They feel that you are attacking them. When you call them out on their lies, on their blaming, their lack of self-responsibility, their deflection, their projection, their denial, their gaslighting, they see you as attacking them. They see you as the enemy, even if you've said it in a calm manner, even if you've said it in a loving manner, even if you've said, you know, I really want to understand why you continue to lie to me, and I want to build a relationship where you feel like you can trust me. Even if you come at it from the most kind and loving and mature standpoint, they will see you as attacking them and trying to tear them down, trying to tear down their false narrative that they have worked since early childhood to put together. They have created this false world, and everyone who has interacted with them and been in it is a flying monkey, believing that that false world is real. And now you are telling them that they lie, but they want to be this good person that doesn't lie. They can't handle the truth. They will do anything to avoid feeling the intense shame that comes from that. And that shame is subconscious. Their mind responds, their body takes action in a way that is entirely self-protective. Because they're deficient in empathy, they don't know that what they're doing or saying is hurting you. They only know that they are protecting themselves. And because they're terrified and their limbic system, their emotional brain is activated, they will not even remember what they did or what they said. It's truly dysfunctional programming. When you've pulled their mask off, that internal shame is too much for them to bear. They genuinely believe that their made-up version of reality is true. And they're so hurt that you would accuse them of lying or of manipulating or of gaslighting. They don't believe any of those things could be true. So they don't believe that you must have known them at all. They now believe that you must have never loved them to be saying these things. They now believe that you were only using them. And because those ones that are acting subconsciously, because they believe this so deeply, they are completely convincing to their flying monkeys. They are completely convincing to themselves. They are a victim of their own gaslighting. The covert narcissist will not regret leaving someone who they perceive as having hurt them so badly. They will not take accountability for their actions. They will not see that you are the victim. They will not regret leaving, and they will not be back. At this point, you have the opportunity to heal. If that's you, type, "I choose to heal" in the comments. Then forward this message to someone who needs it. And if you know that you need to heal in order to move forward, I invite you to download my free guide that walks you through the 5 steps from victim to anti-fragile narcissist survivor. See where you are on this path. See what steps are going to support you in moving forward. Join my community at narclesslife.com. I'm Dr. Melissa, and I'll see you in the next video.